Construction businesses, as a result of their high cash flows, are seen by many cyber criminals as attractive targets. Understandably, smaller and mid-sized businesses can have a "we're only a small business, it won't happen to us" attitude toward cybersecurity, and are reluctant to invest time, money, and training into what they perceive as an unlikely threat. The extensive use of subcontractors and suppliers involving large numbers of high-value payments makes construction businesses vulnerable to spear phishing, which is when attackers send a targeted email that's pretending to be from a legitimate organization in an attempt to trick the construction business into paying money into a criminal's account. Although construction businesses don't store the same kind of financial information a bank does, they still store and have access to valuable data. Criminals can be looking for details about the company's next bid or building design in order to gain an unfair advantage. Otherwise, cybercriminals might find sensitive employee data like national security numbers, bank account numbers, and payroll data, which can be used for identity theft or to craft realistic, authentic-looking emails for further phishing attacks. Cyber attacks can also cause a temporary shutdown of your business whilst the breach is investigated and systems are recovered. All three key stages in the construction industry, design, construction, and handover, involve extensive digital workflows, leaving all of them at risk of cyber attacks. Google accounts come with a variety of security features, including a two-step verification for emails, activity logs, and a password manager. Getting to grips with these is vital to ensuring the security of your company's IT system. Programs like BullGuard can perform comprehensive scans for viruses and other malware on your computer systems. Cloud systems such as Google Drive allow for centralized control of sharing permissions so that only relevant people have access to privileged information. Updating apps, programs, and other software also updates the security features for these digital tools. Try to keep up to date as much as possible so as to minimize the risk of a successful breach. It's tempting to use USB drives and SD cards to transfer files between businesses and people. However, it's all too easy to plug an infected stick into a device only to inadvertently introduce potentially damaging malware into the business. Digital cloud systems mean that USB and SD cards are becoming less prevalent in business. But if you need to use one, ensure it is scanned with anti-malware software before downloading files. At all stages of construction, it is important to ensure that you communicate cybersecurity requirements with your staff, both on-site and any remote locations. Good cybersecurity takes into account the way people work in practice and doesn't burden them with processes or procedures that get in the way of getting their jobs done. Asking staff to memorize dozens of passwords, for instance, is not a viable plan. Cybersecurity risk assessments should be undertaken to ascertain what information may tempt cyber attacks and the steps that can be taken to prevent this. Don't leave devices unlocked or without passwords. Use a password manager, such as through Google or LastPass, to keep track of passwords securely. Report all stolen devices, attempted or successful cyber attacks, and malware to management. Digital theft can be no less serious than physical theft. Ensure your IT staff or consultants are qualified for the job and up to date with modern cyber attack techniques and methods. For more information, go to this ncsc.gov.uk link. This is a guide published by the UK government on how to deal with cybersecurity in the construction sector that is equally relevant to New Zealand and other countries.